Cultural variations in pair bonding practices. While the capacity for long-term pair bonding appears to be a universal feature of human psychology, the specific ways in which this capacity is expressed, organized, and valued varies dramatically across cultures and historical periods. This remarkable diversity in pair bonding practices reveals how biological potentials interact with cultural learning, social structures, and environmental conditions to produce the rich tapestry of human relationship forms observed around the world. Understanding these cultural variations provides crucial insights into both the flexibility and the constraints of human pair bonding systems. The most fundamental cultural variation in pair bonding concerns the basic structure of marriage and family systems. While monogamy, the pairing of one man with one woman, is the most common form of marriage globally and is legally mandated in most contemporary societies, anthropological research reveals that historically, polygamous societies have been far more numerous than monogamous ones. Polygyny, where one man has multiple wives, has been practiced in approximately 83% of societies, documented in the anthropological record, while polyandry, where one woman has multiple husbands, occurs in less than 1% of societies. These variations in marriage structure are not random, but reflect adaptations to specific ecological, economic, and social conditions. Polygynous societies often emerge in contexts where men can accumulate significant resources, or where environmental conditions create high male mortality rates, leading to skewed sex ratios. In such circumstances, allowing successful men to support multiple wives may increase overall reproductive success and ensure that women have access to male investment and protection. Polyandrous societies, though rare, typically develop in harsh environments with limited resources, where brothers may share a wife to prevent the fragmentation of family landholdings. Even within monogamous societies, there are important cultural variations in how pair bonds are understood and practiced. Serial monogamy, where individuals have multiple successive marriages throughout their lifetimes, has become increasingly common in Western societies, while other cultures emphasize lifelong marriage with a single partner. Some societies recognize multiple forms of marriage or relationship recognition, including same-sex partnerships, common law marriages, and various forms of civil unions. The processes by which pair bonds are formed vary dramatically across cultures. In many traditional societies, marriages are arranged by parents or extended family members based on considerations of family compatibility, economic advantages, social status, and perceived suitability of the partners. These arranged marriages often prioritize long-term stability and family harmony over individual romantic attraction, though this does not mean they lack love or emotional connection. Research suggests that many arranged marriages develop strong emotional bonds over time, and satisfaction in these relationships can be as high as in marriages based on romantic choice. Love-based marriage, where individuals choose their own partners based primarily on romantic attraction and emotional compatibility, is a relatively recent historical development that has become dominant in Western societies over the past several centuries. This shift reflects broader cultural changes, including increased individualism, economic development, urbanization, and changing gender roles. However, even within love-based marriage systems, there are important cultural variations in how romantic relationships are understood, expressed, and maintained. Cultural attitudes toward gender roles and sexuality profoundly influence pair bonding practices. Traditional patriarchal societies often emphasize male authority and female subordination within marriage, with strict gender role expectations and limited sexual autonomy for women. More egalitarian societies promote greater equality between partners and more flexible gender role arrangements. These cultural patterns influence everything from courtship behaviors and mate selection criteria to division of labor within households and decision-making patterns in relationships. Religious and spiritual traditions provide another major source of cultural variation in pair bonding practices. Different religious systems offer varying teachings about the nature and purpose of marriage, appropriate relationship behaviors, sexual ethics, and family structures. Some religions emphasize the sacred nature of marriage as a spiritual union blessed by divine authority, while others view it primarily as a social contract. These religious frameworks shape everything from wedding ceremonies and relationship rituals to approaches to conflict resolution and divorce. Economic systems also influence pair bonding practices in important ways. In agricultural societies, marriage often involves significant economic considerations including dowries, bride prices, inheritance patterns, and the consolidation of land or other resources. Industrial and post-industrial societies tend to emphasize individual economic independence and wage labor, which can reduce the economic interdependence that traditionally bound couples together. These economic changes have contributed to rising divorce rates and delayed marriage in many developed countries. The role of extended family and community in pair bonding varies significantly across cultures. In collectivistic societies, marriages are often seen as unions between families rather than just between individuals, with extensive involvement from parents, siblings, and other relatives in relationship decisions and ongoing support. Individualistic societies tend to emphasize the autonomy of the couple and may view family involvement as interference. These different approaches create different sources of support and stress for couples. Cultural attitudes toward divorce and relationship dissolution also vary widely. Some societies view marriage as an indissoluble bond that should be maintained regardless of personal satisfaction or compatibility. Others recognize divorce as an acceptable solution to relationship problems, though they may differ in the conditions under which divorce is permitted and the social consequences for divorced individuals. These cultural norms significantly influence how couples approach relationship problems and what resources are available for addressing difficulties. The cultural construction of romantic love itself varies across societies. While the capacity for intense emotional attachment appears to be universal, cultural norms influence how love is understood, expressed, and valued. Some cultures emphasize passionate, romantic love as the ideal basis for marriage, while others prioritize companionate love, duty, or practical compatibility. These different cultural models of love create different expectations for relationships and different criteria for relationship success. Globalization and cultural contact are creating new forms of cultural variation as traditional practices encounter modern influences. Migration, international media, education, and economic development are all contributing to changes in pair bonding practices around the world. These changes often create tension between traditional and modern approaches to relationships, particularly for individuals who must navigate between different cultural systems. The digital age has introduced new cultural variations in how pair bonds are formed and maintained. Online dating, social media, and digital communication technologies are creating new patterns of courtship, relationship development, and ongoing connection. These technologies may be particularly influential in societies undergoing rapid social change or where traditional matchmaking systems are being challenged. Understanding cultural variations in pair bonding has important practical implications for couples from different cultural backgrounds, mental health professionals working with diverse populations, and policymakers addressing family issues. Recognition of cultural diversity in relationship practices can help reduce ethnocentric biases and promote more inclusive approaches to supporting human relationships across different cultural contexts. Research on cultural variations also provides insights into the flexibility and adaptability of human pair bonding systems. The fact that humans can successfully form long-term relationships under such diverse cultural conditions suggests that our evolved psychology for pair bonding is remarkably flexible and can be shaped by cultural learning to fit a wide range of social and environmental circumstances. This flexibility may be one of the key factors that has allowed humans to thrive in such diverse environments around the world.